Libra, welcome on in. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know why. I'm gonna let that go because man, I've taken days to prepare for this. I don't know if y'all saw on my community page, I talked about how, you know, I kept wanting to do this reading and it just never felt right, and I didn't know if it was y'all or if it was me. And then I realized, oh man, I'm having like a lunar return, right, with my Pisces moon, and we're, you know, today actually, as I'm filming this on the 9th, we are having a new moon in Pisces. So Spirit, help me. I need help. Clear messages, okay? I mean, hey, it's very super spiritual, I will say that, right? We're in the middle of a Pisces stellium transit, and I have a Pisces stellium in my natal chart. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff getting hit right now, and sometimes, yeah, even though it's super spiritual, which hopefully works out for us, right? The downside is that sometimes I get lost in it, and I get disoriented, and so Spirit, help me stay on track with these messages for Libra. I might put out a video and share with y'all what that's like to do private readings while I'm in the middle of a lunar return. So I have some funny stories about that. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get to you. Number one, and I should have said this right out the gate. Big, huge thank you, because my gosh, y'all gave me over 800 views over on TikTok. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and side note, I am considering doing a bonus Unrushed reading like this for Scorpio next, because right now, as we speak, there's over 1,000 views on the Scorpio reading. So, and Cancer's trailing not far behind. So, ooh, we'll see how it goes. But look, we've already got some talkers. Already got some jumpers here. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Y'all have gotten grieved by some kind of decision. Maybe a Gemini, maybe a family situation, definitely some very significant others in your life. Might actually be a marital partner for some of you, but I think generally speaking, that's just very important, significant others in your life. Decisions that have been made have brought some kind of grief. And look, that's an emotional heaviness there that I'm seeing. And I know that from the reading that I put out on TikTok, the little 10-minute Libra reading for the new moon in Pisces, which will go out on the 10th, right? And I filmed it about a week ago almost, okay? So based on that reading at that time, what I was getting was a lot of psychosomatic issues getting triggered. So I do want to talk a little bit about that, get into a bit of body astrology with y'all, which is something that I don't normally do. But see, the issue is that this new moon in Pisces is hitting your 6th house, and there's opposing energies going on in that 12th house, which has a lot to do with your daily body versus your hidden body. And also there's a sextile going on in your 8th house having to do with your chronic body. So look, there's just I can't not bring this up, and it came up in the cards, so I want to go a little bit deeper, which is something that I don't ordinarily feel led to do for others. It's something special and unique to you that I want to talk to y'all about. Obviously, general reminder that this is probably going to be most accurate for Libra risings, but absolutely the most accurate is getting a private reading when we talk about astrology. I mean, I think you'll still be able to relate to it even if you're a Libra sun or moon. However, nothing is as accurate as a private reading, okay? I think most of y'all already know that. I really want to get like a 5-card spread and see where this goes, and we'll pick up that body astrology in a bit. I do want to say that I think, again, going back to the cards that just came out and the whole body astrology issue, looking at what's going on with this new moon in Pisces for you, there seems to maybe be some hidden or suppressed anger going on regarding soulmates, ideals that you've had in relationships, but some of you, it's very buried. Others of you, you're aware of it. There's been some self-sabotage. There are some hidden enemies. And I do believe it's bringing up this kind of a somber feeling, even though new moons are, definitely a time of new beginnings, and you could maybe feel good about that. The issue is that there's, Saturn in the 6th house, along with Neptune, where maybe if you had some wishes or ideals, again, it's with these very significant relationships, whether it's family or marriage or whomever, there's an element of sobriety there. And I think for some of you, yes, maybe to the point of depression, dare I say. I'm really sorry, we're going to get some healing cards. I'm really feeling led to do more of a healing reading, pull from more of my healing decks on this. Let's see. 5-card spread for Libra. What do you want to talk about, Spirit, for Libra? I'm getting right out the gate, security, okay? Trust, stability. There might, in fact, be an earth sign that's relevant. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Side note, if I'm talking too slow on here with my southern drawl, make sure to go to the top right hand corner of the video on your mobile device and look for the gear icon and click on that gear icon, then click on playback speed, and probably if you put it on 1.25, I'll be talking a little bit faster for you, okay? Yeah, that could be a person, but I mean, right out the gate, I just had this feeling that this is a lot about security issues, all right? Main issue here is, yes, some of you are going through some intense changes in your life. Yes, maybe involving separation. And it's not a big surprise with the South Node in Libra. And furthermore, we are coming up on a lunar eclipse in Libra on the 25th. So this is another reason why I have to put this out for y'all, because I know from just the cards and the astrology as well that y'all are going through an intense metamorphosis. You are going through this really actually more like a catharsis. You're going through a shedding. And if you want to get maybe some support in your life, maybe look at the Scorpios. By the way, this is a Scorpio card. So look at the Scorpios in your life, and if you have one in your, inner circle that you know and can trust, talk to them about it, because they just came out of that the last year and a half of the South Node in Scorpio. Probably why my Scorpio reading is over 1,000 views on TikTok right now, because I mean they've been dealing with this energy. This is intense death rebirth cycles, okay? There's something specific to you though with this energy, the lunar eclipse coming up in your sign on the 25th, that you are having to shed regarding yourself, because that's happening in your first house. And yes, first house is about self. It's opposing the 7th house, which is about others. So yet again, we bring up a continued dynamic of you versus significant others. Lover's card, right? Looks like in the past, oh goodness, this is drama city right out the gate. Some of y'all had a fallout. Future, you will be making progress, okay? This is actually a good card I like to see for the future. It's going to be slow and steady, though. I don't know if you're going to see it. I don't know if you're entirely going to see it. It might be just going so slow. And then at the foundation, decisions, you having to make some important decisions. I'm going to try to make more space here so we can see better. The outcome. Oh, I love it. There you are, sitting on your throne, okay? You're sitting on the seat of judgment, right? With the Justice card. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm going to clarify this because obviously there's so much more here, but do you see that this is a lot of major arcana, right? We've got 3 major arcana, 2 minor, if you don't count foundation. Looks like a mixed bag, but anyway, a lot of major arcana indicating that that's a lot of spirit stepping in and shifting things in and out of your life. This is forces out of your control. What's in your control is the decisions you're making about how you're going to progress things forward in the future. Let me see if I can find the cards I want. They're right in front of me. Wow. It's something right in front of you and you don't see it, Libra. Okay. And as I said that, these cards came out. Something about unhappiness, and you got to come up with another way to maybe open up to get growth in your life and maybe take a chance on something that you have lost your faith and hope in. Might involve a mother-child dynamic, might involve a soulmate, might involve ambitions, ideals that you had that you didn't really, like, you aspire to them, but the achievement was not quite there, and there might be a need to clean the slate and rethink things about how you're going about getting happiness, excuse me, and wish fulfillment and growth in your life. I do feel that some of you are going through a major shakeup to something that perhaps you idealized in the past. Again, I don't know why I'm just getting brought back to the soulmates, the significant others. Something about these relationships are showing you something about wish fulfillment, happiness, what you can put your faith in. Please show me the Death card. Please show me the Death card. Looks like you are reevaluating something possibly with a water sign male, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Strong on the Scorpio. Might have to do with an agreement or a contract or the truth of a matter. If there's been a separation from this person, you may be considering giving them a second chance, or they're considering you giving you a second chance. I'm also getting that you are reevaluating whatever these changes are, these intense changes that are going on in your life is forcing you to reevaluate emotional issues so that you can get the victory, and like getting more clarity about emotional mastery and emotional values. What fell out in the past? some of you, it looks like finances definitely are an issue here. There's been some conflict about being in financial disarray, maybe going from one location to another. Somebody maybe took on too much, or they were not able to commit to anything more. Something was out of balance with resources, finances, because maybe you were dealing with competition, and this was probably opening up a lot of emotional tension within you, because it looks like you were very much trying to get the victory, maybe even trying to get some kind of recognition for something, I don't know, but or you're trying to get somebody to notice you, or it's like, for notice you for what? I'm trying to figure out. Like, there's some kind of spiritual emotional aspect here. Did you want some kind of new beginning? You strongly wanted to get victory, recognition. There's a lot of emotions tied to this. You very strongly wanted to get the victory with your love life, with your spiritual growth. But it looks like there was some conflict or competition with this. Like, people were not cooperating with you. And again, I'm just getting the feeling like this stirred up a lot of difficult emotions. I want to dig into that a little bit deeper. Tell me about this. Ace of Cups. You're trying to create something, okay? I don't know though. You might have gotten some unwanted attention. You are trying to build something or create something with your life. It looks like it fell out and didn't give you the attention you were wanting. Right, you want to be recognized, but not like that. I don't want people to see this, all of this falling apart or blowing up on me, right? Oh my gosh, I'm going to be putting some videos out, doing some personal sharing about some transits I went through over the last year. Chiron, you know, a North Node in my 11th house. Sweet Jesus. All the ideals and the wish fulfillment and all of that. And it just goes boom, crashing down. And you're trying to create this magnificent, beautiful life. And that's what people see. And it's very public. It's very public, okay? At least it was for me. I can commiserate with that. I really can. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What else is it? What is the emotional conflict here? What is the emotional conflict here? Because I'm getting a vibe with other people. I'm hearing underwater, like financially underwater, okay? And this probably brought up a lot of anxiety. Look at people peering. Well, what's going on over there? Oh, nothing. Don't open the door right now. I need to get my clothes on. I don't want you to see this. Like, trying to stop this thing from falling out, trying to stop people from seeing something very unpleasant. That you're like not exactly composed here. You're not as composed as you would like people to see you. And it looks like people are peering. I'm just going to tell you all over. It looks like people are, I'm hearing self-conscious. Is it even on here? Is it? Yeah, it is on here. Self-conscious. awkward, exposed. Honestly, it looks to me like y'all really tried to create something more, and it just, something fell flat. And I'm going to say that it appears as though people were not cooperating with you. There's a battle, like a battle of wills. There's something with resources not pulling together. But it looks like there's a new opportunity coming in over the next year. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's going to be pie in the sky, because we're going to be dealing with, let's see, dates for South Node in Libra. Let's see when that comes out. It's roughly a year and a half from now. Okay, I want to give you an exact date, so we'll wait for it to pull up on my 2013 laptop computer for people who are broke, right? It's forever, but we'll get there. All right, but I am seeing a year's time frame here, okay, that things are going to slowly but surely advance. I don't know that you're going to see it because it could be so doggone slow. Yeah, I'm trying to pull this date up and I don't. July 17th, 2023. So, right, you already started going through it mid last year. And then you'll come out of it, we will come out of it collectively January 11th, 2025. So, buckle up. Yeah, that's about a year from now. Okay? Like, this is you making sure-footed decisions that are methodical. And if it goes slow and it's slow going, then you know you gotta be okay with it. And this is a lot of material progress as well. Some of you getting a new home, a new job, a new car. Some of you, I'm hearing lessons on security and stability. Some of you laying down a more solid foundation. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm getting something here about structure in your life. It might have to do with an Aries, that's your opposite. Might have to do with a masculine energy, where there's been some kind of disappointment and withdrawal into solitude. It looks like some emotional disconnect too. Wow. And you just don't even know what's viable here. This is really, look at that anxiety. We're back to this. Some of you are worried about your options because you have disconnected and withdrawn from a masculine energy that has disappointed you, maybe made you feel very alone. And it's also caused you to pull back within yourself, to do more prayer and meditation, to figure out maybe why you missed an opportunity or why you became disillusioned with a masculine energy. If this is not, you know, like somebody in authority, like a boss or a husband, I'm getting an Aries vibe, but I'm getting it like it's not necessarily an individual. It's simply this energy of individualism, okay? That you're looking at an issue of your own individuality And maybe, yes, how you can lay a more solid foundation in your life, how you can structure your life in a more solid way, and to regain control of an issue. Yeah, I'm getting a very heavy vibe that over this next year, as the nodes, the North Node is in Aries, and you're shedding aspects of yourself, maybe aspects of your own individuality. I'm getting something about strengthening and fortifying your own sense of self. I'm getting like whatever it is that you are being forced to release, I don't think it's pleasant, okay? I'm not sugarcoating this at all. But whatever it is that you're being asked to release is something that has stood in the way of you strengthening yourself. And structuring your life in a more secure way. All right. Something about, again, missed opportunities because of somebody possibly in an authority situation. It could have been a formalized partnership that just didn't move forward. I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself here. So let's put that back. Let's start over, because I want to know what is Libra being asked to shed. Ooh, it could be a friend or a companion or something that you've been loyal to, but I don't know if you saw it clearly. I don't know if this, whatever you have been loyal to, has caused you to doubt yourself or not see things clearly. What have you been loyal to, Libra? I feel like I gotta pull this up again to look at this. It's something in your day-to-day life, okay? I'm getting a Neptunian vibe off of this in your 6th house. This might have been somebody that's kind of been around. They're a familiar. There's somebody familiar in your life. Someone that, and if it's not a person, it's some kind of habit or routine or pattern. It's either caused you to doubt yourself, or you're doing it because you doubt yourself. You tell me more. All right. This may have been a commitment. Someone that you committed. Some of you, Spirit's already been talking to you about this. Okay. Like, most of the people that follow my channel, they've already got their ear to the ground anyway. They're already listening to Spirit. So who's Spirit been talking to you about, saying, I don't know about this? It's at night. It's at night. Who are you thinking about at night? Who's stressing you out? Some of you having bad dreams, bad visions. Might have had some wishful thinking, but you had to get on from it, right? Because these cards, I'm getting a lot of the same vibe off of, where it's very Neptunian fog vibe off of that. Like, this is someone that you've joined yourself to. Someone or something. Spirit had been talking to you about this late at night. Maybe wasn't very pleasant, but it's something that has caused you to not see something clearly or see yourself clearly. All right, what is Libra being asked to bring in? How can Libra stabilize, structure their life more securely? How can Libra stabilize? That just popped up. Oh, wow. Work on commitment. Do you know I'm getting commitment on both of these scenarios about what you gotta, it's like it's not a to commit or don't commit. It's a question of what you're committing yourself to. Because some of you have committed yourself to something where it looks like spirit was there whispering in your ear the whole time saying, I don't know about this. Do you really know about this? I mean, can you really put your faith in this? This looks kind of pie in the sky or up in the air or something's murky here. Intuitively, they were showing you that. Spirit saying work on what you're committing yourself to. Yeah, maybe a marriage. Maybe a business partnership for some of you. Some of you, this is work commitments. Again, I'm going to go back to, you know, all of this Pisces stellium in your 6th house right now having to do with vocation. Because that can be a worky card. And that's very Saturnian. So what are you committed to working on in your daily life? And I do feel like it's stressing you out. I'm not going to make light of it. It doesn't appear to be pleasant. So I feel like it just keeps going, honestly, back to decisions that you're making. Like, it's not about to be committed or not committed. It's what you're committing yourself to. So please tell me with the 2 of Wands. So that's planning for partnership, choices, options. Please tell me more. Please tell me more. Oh my goodness. It could be an Aquarian or a soulmate is relevant with the stars in reverse, but I do feel that some of you, you have really lost your faith in something. Maybe an ability to make a decision that you actually want. Maybe having to do with your sense of direction. Some of you have given up. You are feeling completely uninspired about making a decision, picking a path. Some of you, this is stemming from being attached to a fantasy. Where's the fantasy? It's back over here. It stressed you out. It didn't produce the results. It didn't make you happy. You had to disconnect and move on from it alone. You had to miss out on an opportunity, possibly with a masculine or somebody in authority. I am getting a vibe that some of you are not sure what to plan on or what path to take because you don't know what to put your faith in. Some of you are just absolutely drained. My gosh, I gotta look at your body astrology. There will be some good money news coming in, but I just don't, and you will have choices and options, okay? Might be coming from somebody younger. Again, I'm getting more of this Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all over this. There is some very important person in your life. It could be 3 separate people. It could be all the same, one particular Earth sign, okay? But there's a lot all over this spread saying, look, things were not stable financially, materially in the 3D, but There's a lot of energy helping you to stabilize, lay a solid foundation, make progress, restructure your life. You have good news coming in that will help you feel more secure, but some of you don't know what decision to make. Okay. What decision should... Okay. This is something, this is a lot about nature. Okay, I'm gonna start that all over again. That just jumped out at me. Okay. Protection of the environment, unity with nature, fitting in, preserving nature. Let's try again. What decision should Libra take, or path? There it is again. It came out again. Oh, you're going to have to help me with that, Spirit, because I am not understanding that card. '26 may be relevant. Stimulation and exciting life, exciting experiences, power, authority, the right to lead or command, social power, control over others, dominance. Okay. I feel like, you know, you are going to get an opportunity to come in. You might not be clear on which decision to make, what path to take. You may not be sure, you know, what to put your faith into or what to believe anymore. I'm getting that you need to pick the option that is going to empower you, that is going to give you more authority in your life. It's going to allow you to step into more of this role, or it is somebody who is coming in with this energy that is strengthening your, like, they are empowering you to become more empowered. They're using their strength and authority to strengthen you and give you more authority. Could be an opportunity also that is going to kind of stir things up in your life, and it's yeah, it could be intense, it could be very different, radically different, but it brings about change. And with Uranus in your 8th house, you know, I could see this happening with spouse's income, other people's money, you know, shared resources, government agencies, things like that. Okay, it's like you leveraging intimate relationships, partnerships with others who are empowered and willing to empower you. But it might be a big, like, I'm talking about people who are change agents in your life. I am still not getting much of a download on that card. So maybe somebody comment down below like what that means to you to help others understand. Because to me, these two energies are at odds. It's like, well, this is shaking things up and this is kind of keeping things status quo, if you ask me. But maybe that's the shift point, is somebody that empowers you to move out of keeping things status quo in your life, even if that means that there's some intense twists and turns that happen for you in that 8th house, having to do with other people's money and resources and power dynamics and relationships. That's where you're going to get change in your life. for Libra. In the outcome, I mean, you're sitting pretty right there, okay, with that Justice card. Obviously, it could be a karmic issue. It could be a legal matter. I mean, totally go to a different card, a different deck. Just one moment. Oh, let's all start together. Okay. Please show me the outcome. The outcome. Please show me. This has to do with, you know, your sense of happily ever after. This may have to do with actually a legally binding marriage and the breakup of a family, potentially. And with Five of Cups in reverse, it's an energy of you kind of accepting your losses and moving on from something. So again, not the most uplifting message. The silver lining here is that whatever has been grieving you, and didn't that come out earlier? Yeah, that came out initially with that Lover's card and Five of Cups, but it came out upright where you were grieved by these relationships. So now it's in the reverse where in the outcome, yes, you were grieved. We can't go back and fix that. It is what it is, right? But you knock the dust off your feet. You move on. You forgive yourself. You find peace within yourself. You maybe face a reality that was difficult, that you were hoping and wishing it wasn't going to be this way. You were maybe hanging on to a fantasy that made you like a victim to where you didn't know what to put your faith and belief in anymore. But in the final analysis, you accept maybe a difficult reality about something you have idealized or a family dynamic. You accept it and you move on. Move on to what? Move on to what? Come on, we gotta have a positive, happy ending here. This is America. Damn. No unhappy endings allowed. Okay. All right. Looks like a lot of spiritual and emotional growth. That if you had been resisting it with the Seven of Wands in reverse, you just put that down. You stop resisting any kind of emotional or spiritual growth. Some of you, if you've been resisting new love, opening your heart, opening up your emotions, you put that down as well. Some of you, again, it's the growth is going to come through, I think, you know, matters where maybe you felt like you could not deal with the adversity. Emotionally overwhelming situations that caused you to become overly protective of yourself. That caused you to not only give up your faith, but give up your ability to endure. You grow from this. I know some of you are like, oh, who cares? Tired of this growth. Oof. I know. Preaching to the dang choir. I'm tired of it too. I've been on this rock for almost 50 years. I'm tired of growing. Where's the lottery, damn it? Where's Don Juan? Oh, wow. That was hiding from me. Interesting. Yeah, it's a lot of disappointment. There's something I'm getting like, you know, whatever these disappointments have been, it may have been because of gosh, I really hate to say this. Sometimes we idealize things, all right? And we don't really check in first with reality. Some of us don't. We've got our dreams, we've got our visions, we've got our hopes, you know? I think back to 20-something-year-old Stephanie, who wanted this white picket fence and to live happily ever after, right? And I was just looking for my soulmate to come along, but not really paying attention to some of these people were just going to let me down. They can't deliver this. But I was so committed to them being the one that I projected onto them that they were. And I wasn't looking at the reality that they're not. So I sabotaged myself, right? And unfortunately, I gave my energy to people who didn't deserve it. And had I been honest with myself, and if they'd been honest with me as well about who they really were and what they were capable of delivering, I would have understood there's no way in hell at midnight I can, pull this off. You know what I'm saying. Probably not the right idiom, but you know what I'm saying. I just can't. Let's get some self-healing advice for Libra. Where are we at on time? We're not doing bad on time. Let's get some self-healing advice, self-love advice for Libra. Please show me. I'm getting this one, that one, that one. Okay. Clarify your desire. Be clear about what you want. Do not ask out of lack, but from the deepest joy in your heart, and then you will see things change or see things quickly shift around you. I say this a lot to people. People say stuff like, I want a job. Do you really? I mean, be ridiculously honest with yourself. Like, say the quiet part out loud that we all know. You don't actually want a job. You just want to live well, right? But why do we say that? Because we think that that's what we're supposed to say, that society expects of us, that there's something wrong if we don't want to work, for somebody at a dead-end job making minimum wage or whatever. Like everybody's supposed to be pursuing that. And this is just an example, right? Apply it however it is in your life, but some of you, now you don't know what you want because something didn't work out. And there, in fact, might be a job offer that comes in here for you, side note, or some kind of material opportunity. But if what's been going on in your life, all these intense changes and this shedding has left you in a bit of a whirlwind where now it's like you just don't know what you want anymore. You've lost your ambition, you've lost your vision for the future, you don't know what to put your faith in anymore. You're gonna have to get clear about, well, what was it that I was after? Right? I don't know why I'm going to go back to this. If this was a significant other in your life that ended up like this, and sometimes we think it's that person. Right? When that person leaves our life, we're so hurt and we feel such a loss. But no, it's deeper. It's more. What did that person represent to you? That person maybe represented your opportunity to get this kind of whatever you had envisioned as your happily ever after. So try to go back to that, as hard as it is. Like, okay, I can't make this happen with this person or this job or this thing or in this time frame. But where was it coming from? Why was I even wanting that in the first place with anyone at any time? Whatever this is, I'm going to tell you that I kept pulling up about wishful thinking, hopes, dreams, ideals, ambitions that were just dashed, okay? There's a secret there to unlock. It's telling you what's missing from your life. And yes, you may have to accept that it's not going to happen with a certain person or a place or a situation. But don't lose your hope that this could never happen. Don't lose your vision that this can never happen. You're going to have to get clear. I feel like some of y'all have been like knocked off your horse or something, knocked off your sense of purpose. This card says, remember your spark. You're here for a purpose. Remember it or define it for yourself. So I do feel like for some of you, in the absence of clarity, this is what keeps you on your rightful path, is knowing, okay, this is what I'm here to do. Just a little personal sharing. Like I've definitely felt this energy over the last year, fellow air sign, right? As an Aquarian, and all the difficult transits that I've been going through. And there's times when I look, this is the Aquarius card, like it's how I feel like Aquarius gave the shirt off her back and look how alone she is. Okay, like, yeah, you don't get me started on that card. I so relate to that damn card. All right, but feeling like this, absolutely relate to that. And if that's what you've been feeling and you're just like, you don't even know what to put your hope or faith in anymore, and you're wondering, what am I doing? Where is this going? This is definitely advice that I've had to take over the last year. It's like, okay, it's like I'm walking in darkness. I'm walking in a fog. I'm walking in a Neptunian haze. I'm fumbling in the darkness, and all I have to hang on to as my guiding post is that, well, I have my integrity, and I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Now, the world ain't lining up with it, and then the powers that be have been fighting me tooth and nail over, but damn it, my conscience is clear. I'm doing what I'm here to do, whether humanity values it or not. I answer to God at the end of the day. You've got find balance. Well, definitely with that Two of Pentacles that came out in your past, there was something out of balance in your life. This card says everything in moderation, including moderation. Swinging from one extreme to another can put one out of balance. Find peace within. And yeah, this is kind of a yin and yang energy, right? This is, it's very Piscean there with those fish and the two. So again, I'm getting a lot of duality, self versus other, Aries versus Libra, significant others, partnerships versus personal power, autonomy, right? Relationships versus self. I'm getting also mother-child dynamic. Something, I'm hearing something about weighing something out. Okay. Let's talk a bit before I pull some final healing cards for you. Let's talk about this body astrology, because I really want y'all to take care of your physical, emotional, spiritual health. I do feel like around the time of this new moon in Pisces, which is March 10th, that, right, a lot of these houses having to do with the hidden body, the physical body, and the chronic body are being triggered. So in that 12th house, where there might be some issues of hidden illness or misdiagnosis, you will have Virgo over there. So some of you are dealing with physical ailments that you just cannot seem to put your finger on. Might have to do with the anxiety, which definitely showed up in this spread. It might also have to do with like inflammatory, eating a highly inflammatory diet, which might be causing IBS for some of you. And so lay off the highly inflammatory foods. I would advise like high carbs, high sugars, and look at eating a diet that actually heals your gut. Foods that have like what do I want to call it? Fermented foods like sauerkraut, coconut based yogurt with active live enzymes in it. Things like that. I'm recently, by the way, my daughter's getting into making homemade sourdough from scratch because it's fermented bread, right? So fermented foods, things like kimchi, things like that, pickles, things that have been fermented, all right? Bone broth. I could go on, okay, but you can look it up if you're interested. Also look into foods that affect mood. Right, I brought up depression, and there are foods that actually affect our mood and our serotonin levels. And so, right, without making it into a long video about that, just if you're interested, Google it. Foods that affect mood, foods that affect depression or serotonin levels, and start looking at healing your gut and eating in a way that is going to help with your mood, and even maybe cognition, right? Like I've noticed myself that sometimes I start getting a little not so sharp, and forgetting things, like I'm becoming old, so I've started supplementing with different medicinal mushrooms, like in my coffee or whatever, okay? Like lion's mane and I think reishi. I'm not pronouncing it right, but the point is, there's stuff going on with your nervous system with this card, and I'm seeing it with that, Virgo in the 12th house. You got to watch your nervous system, guard that, and also what's going on with your gut, your digestion, because there seems to be a connection there. And with Pisces in your 6th house having to do with your daily body, and there's so many planets over there in that 6th house, and I'm talking heavy hitting planets, right? Like Saturn, Neptune, okay? Again, maybe not seeing so clearly how your immune system is being impacted by these things. Some of you need to eat a diet that protects and boosts your immune system. I put out a video a while back on that. It's on my channel. But also watch out about the water that you're drinking, because, right, Pisces represents water, fluids, and 6th house. What are you on the day-to-day? This could be what you're showering with, bathing with, drinking. Make sure you're getting pure, clean water. I just recently put out a video about the healing power of living water. So if you get natural spring water, sweet Jesus, that's going to definitely help with some healing Also, watch out for circulation issues with this placement, or stuff going on with your feet. Take care of, some of you do some self-care. Do go get a pedicure, give yourself a pedicure, to take care of your feet, because Pisces represents feet. But again, I'm going to go back to this kind of this depression with Saturn there, and there being maybe some kind of chronic fatigue or psychic attacks going on, or some kind of spiritual crisis due to something going on in your day-to-day life. Some of you are having sleep problems, insomnia. Again, this card just really keeps, the more I sit with this chart, the more I keep being brought back to this one card, that if you're having trouble getting sleep because of depression, anxiety, or maybe there are physical problems that you're having in your body that are mysterious, misdiagnosed, and have some kind of psychosomatic connection, they're alerting you to an issue. You gotta work on that. With Neptune there in that sixth house, by the way, I'm definitely seeing that it could be something that really has thrown you for a loop. Notice that these two cards came out side by side, and that's got a very Neptunian vibe next to your anxiety and what's going on with sleep patterns and whatnot. So I hate to repeat myself, but it's more of the same when we're talking about Neptune bringing up imbalances in the body, yet again having to do with your immune system, your digestive system, the fluids that are in your body. For some of you, maybe even anemia, allergies. But some of you, it may be because of depression that is unresolved, or escapism, okay? So yeah, let me see real quick if there's any kind of, some of you need to do shadow work, and I didn't even really get into that. Let's see if I can pull some cards on that. Is there any shadow work that yeah, tell me about any shadow work that Libra needs to do. All right. Are you feeling secondary, like you're not being prioritized in your life? There's some kind of elusive energy, you or someone around you poker facing things, when really deep down inside you're put off by something, or you're pushing people back. And look at that power card yet again. There's something about power dynamics very strong in this entire spread, right? Because the main issue was this, which is a lot about, power. Okay. We're talking about Scorpio. And where else did I see it? I saw it come up with these advice cards that you need to make decisions that are actually empowering you. Okay. Get around people who are empowered and empowering you. And that might take a stretch of imagination these days, because, who's empowered at this point besides the 0.1%? I don't know. But yeah, I do see some of you are very confused. I'm just going to tell you, I get a lot of depression, and it is surrounding an issue maybe of escape, something on your daily life you've been either not dealing with, you're engaging in some kind of escapism, or you've not had clear thinking about what to do with it. Again, because maybe some people have not been real clear with you. I'll give you that. I really will. Well, okay, so let's see, what is the advice on this? What is the emotional healing advice on this for Libra for Libra. Let me also say with that chronic body, yeah, Taurus over there in that 11th house, I mean that 8th house. Okay, all right. Again, stuff going on with whatever you're eating. It may be overindulging in high sugar foods, foods that are not giving you roughage, if you know what I mean. Like you need to eat more greens, things that are going to clean out your, and I'm getting for some of you like chelation, like cilantros, things that are going to pull toxins, like a detox diet. Some of you need to do that because I'm seeing some overindulgence here. I don't know if some of y'all have been drinking or imbibing. I haven't entirely. I've gotten some cards that maybe, but not, I don't know. What I'm getting mostly though is some of you feeling that it's some kind of emotional repression, or feeling that you don't have a voice in a situation, that you're being repressed. And again, it could be really fatiguing you, weighing you down. Watch out for thyroid conditions or any kind of neck pain or stuff going on in the throat chakra. Fear. Some of y'all are going to deal with these fear issues. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Oh my gosh, that's like the second time we've gotten that. Am I right? That's the second time. Listen, I am going to talk a lot about this whenever I put out a video on, very soon, probably over the next month, I will release a video about what it was like going through Saturn through the 10th house. And that's when, you know, you're trying to do your life purpose and Saturn is making you put the work in, but you're not seeing the results. And you got to ask yourself, and I did this for myself with, I looked at the astrology. I'm like, well, I mean, am I off base? I mean, like, what am I doing wrong here? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Yeah, you're doing it. You keep going, right? But we've been conditioned that if we're doing right, we get a cookie. Right? If you find the prince, you're going to live in a castle and live happily ever after. Maybe that's all a lie. Maybe sometimes you're totally on track, on point, on purpose, but you're not getting a cookie because it's not about you getting a cookie. It's about you, I don't know, refining your love nature, helping others refine theirs. See what's at the foundation. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. That's rough. That's rough. And I say that's rough because sometimes what we know we need to do is not what we want to do. Right? Like the decision for you to get around people who are empowered and are empowering you. There might be something about them that is just like, right? Like I know that if I want to have that sandcastle in the sky down here on Earth, I probably got to get an Earth sign. I got to partner up with one of these. But these kind of people are kind of boring and dull to me, all right? They just don't light it up for me, damn it. Need some excitement. So I get with the exciting people, and they can't build shit. So again, there might be some kind of contrast, or it's like, you know that this is what you need to do, but there's something about that is not really what you want, or the people you want to empower you they're not empowered, or they are and they're not going to empower you. It's some kind of, I guess, fly in the ointment. Uh-oh. What's wrong, babies? Okay, so my little doggy's getting worked up, so I'm going to deal with them. But let me see if I can leave you with some advice on where to go from here. Let's see. Advice for Libra. Yeah, little doggies are crying. I'm going to have to take them out for a walk. Where from here for Libra? Libra. Advice for Libra. Wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Oh my. Being brought back to that other, there was a fox that came out before. Where's that fox? That you are being asked to work on. It's hiding from me. Yeah. Again, I'm going to just tell you with a lot of these cards, I'm having a hard time delivering them to you. And the reason why is because I feel like it's not necessarily what you want to hear. And I can't even find it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, work. There's the fox. Work on what you're committing yourself to, okay? See the fox again? Enjoy the journey. Not, you know, that's easier said than done. All right, I've been on a journey over the last year that the North Node has been in the 12th house, and I felt like I was just lost, and I was trying to look at it through a positive lens, because let me tell you, it didn't feel positive. I didn't want to be on that journey. That was not my choice at that time, but that was Spirit's choice, right? I'm back to the major arcana. You know, maybe you don't feel like the South Node in your sign right now. I mean, who does? I don't blame you. I've been through that before. Back in 2017, I lost my home. That was major shedding in 2017 when the nodes were in Aquarius and Libra. But this is fated energy, right? We're talking major arcana. This is spirit led, and that spirit is saying, you know, you gotta, right? And stuff happens and sends you on a journey that you didn't exactly choose, but it's your rightful path, and you gotta find a way to appreciate it and enjoy it. Basically make lemonade out of lemons. Side note, you know how I dealt with that? When I lost my house, I lost my job, I lost my house. I ended up launching this channel. Yes, indeed. Oh God, that was so painful. Don't even get me started talking about that. But had that shedding not occurred when it did, as unwanted as it was by me, I probably would have never done this channel. And I wouldn't have been doing it since 2017. Okay, I hope that encourages you, because I really want to leave you off on a positive note. I know you need it. Please stay encouraged. Come out of this better than you entered in. There's absolutely going to be an opportunity for it. Be blessed.